this. Okay, cool. So again, I'm getting this play handicap because I'm at 3K and the bot's at 1K. We'll see how this goes this time. See if this new bot is any better than the old one. That's just kind of small. I think I'm going to take extension on the bottom, build up a large framework. Okay, 2-space extension, woo! Let's approach again. And this time I'm just going to take territory. See how... Oh, since this bot is 1K, oh, left the cut. Interesting. Well, now I'm just gonna come up here, reduce this, ooh, a little bit. Now I think I will come here, threatening to take that stone. And now my plan is to pressure this group. Okay. Wow. I wonder if he'll push through. Interesting. Well, let's cut and fight then. Ooh, really? See, this is the thing that keeps happening with these bots. They're just so aggressive. They're leaving these cutting points behind. I wonder if I should... go back and cut? No, okay. Well, whoa, and now it's a double Hane. Wow. See, this is where White's position collapses because I get this and then this double Atari. And now the game is basically over. We'll just defend this over here. Alright, so White can't get through here anymore. What I want to do... I'm going to aim at this cut, actually. Oh, how do I want to do this? Will that work? Here, let's just try creating a... Ooh, I wonder if it wants to counterattack on this side. This cut doesn't bother me. We'll just go here. Right. There's that. And now I know giving up this monkey jump is big, but we're completely dominating. Ooh, I might get a chance. See, these exchanges are all really bad for White. There's no way to live in here, and now, like, all the Aji is gone, essentially. Okay. That's funny. Yeah, I'm just gonna let this try. I want to see if this guy will run along the first line for a while. Okay. Let's get in here and reduce this corner a bit. Wow. That's pretty crazy. This is pretty crazy. So, White just destroyed all of his own territory for no apparent reason other than to get an attack on this stone. Okay. Oh, this cut is probably not working directly. Okay. At this point, I'm just kind of making sure that I have things going here so that this whole area doesn't become a massive white operation. Ooh. Let's just give it up. And now, is this working? Yes. Yes, it is. Let's also go here. Now we're threatening to... Okay. Yeah. Can this group live? I'm not sure that it can exactly. Alright. I want to make sure I get an eye over here. Okay, you do that. Okay, you do that. Do I need another move in here to kill this? No. I want to see... Okay, now that was Gote. I'm in Byoyomi already. These bots don't think very long. Let's just reinforce the corner. Alright. If you want me to take 5th line territory, I can do that. Okay. That's not making eyes either. I even got to prevent this from happening. I wonder if he'll give me this. No, he won't. Oh, that's kind of annoying. Okay. 5th line territory for the... Okay. Well, now I'm just kind of have to Hane because I've got the stone there. Alright. I wonder if it can see a snapback. Actually, you know what? Let's just make sure this thing is all dead. Okay. Okay. I'm just going to jump in here then. See, yeah, it somehow senses, oh, there's a cut here. And this was, the other bots were just as bad about this. I don't really understand what they're even thinking. Let's just go here. Okay. That's fair. I will give way for that. And I will play here. And now, can I come up here? I kinda would like to reduce this a little bit more. Oh, let's just play the diagonal move. No, that's Sente, yes. Yes, sir, that is Sente. And now, jeez. Let's just go ahead and capture these two. Okay. That was kind of silly. That went really fast. Let's look at what the bot did well, did not do. Oh, I love this play handicap too. It's just like, oh, I'll just take my 2 enclosures. No real reason not to. This, since my positions are so solid on both sides, this is just kind of small. Like, you're only really threatening a 2-space extension, which is just slow. Like, this is way bigger than a 2-space extension. So, and now, since white backs off, black gets this really nice position on the lower side with an enclosure and then 2 stones extending from it. Just, there's a lot of potential down here now. So white's gonna have to do something. And I mean, maybe it's programmed to be like, oh, the corner enclosure facing me is more important, so I should extend towards that. But you see just how small these 2 moves are? Like, let's go circle tool compared to these 2. Like, these 2 are doing a lot more for black than these 2 are for white. I want to see... Let's see. Okay, so now I'm just approaching another corner. It's like, well, okay, you've got a 2-space extension, big deal. Backs off again, and now I decide, okay, you know what? I've got a really good position on the lower side that's got a lot of potential. I've got a corner here. If I take a corner here, it's going to be really hard for white to get enough territory to win this game, especially because normally black ends in Sente here. And this is a little... the last time... the 3K bot, when we played this Joseki, finished here, which is a little different. But But basically, this variation only makes sense when white has a stone over here, so that this coordinates with something. Because now, black has Sente, black just reduces the influence here. I'm gonna say hi to Edge here. Hey Edge 13. I have a video series of these games on YouTube if you want to check my commentary out. Let's go to YouTube. My channel, get a link to this. Let's see, where were we? Okay, this again, I mean, in a global sense, sure, now we're building influence this way. Let's see. But again, this threatens to descend here. Let's go back to the move tool. You know, if white tries to do something now, like, oh, I want to build out, black has this, and yeah, it's just annoying. Let's see here. But white just takes that stone, which is, again, it's just really small. Okay, so now my plan is, okay, we'll pressure these two stones, and when white jumps out, we'll get a chance to cover this invasion point. This will all become territory. We can build a big moyo in the lower right. Oh, what else is going on? Oh, this was a little bit of a misplay. I should just turn here, I think, instead of the counter Hane, but because now white can push through. And then we get into... Now, white should play this. And then probably... Oh, I don't know. Now it gets complicated. Hard to say. Maybe this is just an overplay for white. Maybe this counter Hane isn't bad. But you know, I thought that these bots were going to be good at tactical infighting, but then this move is, ooh, that's just rough. Now black connects the stone. There's not complicated fighting, Aji. These two stones just died. White has to come back and connect here, and there's still these two cutting points, and then this is where white just goes completely insane and decides to lose the game, is that this Hane is not working. There's just too many weaknesses. So basically, black counter Hanes, and now white has to fix. Because if white doesn't fix, if white plays like this in the game, then there's this Atari connection double Atari. So this variation, and it's so weird, they're just playing right next to my stones the whole way down, never once looking at the cut behind the lines. So anyway, I play the variation I just mentioned. Atari here, white has to connect, double Atari. What do you do? This is a collapse. The game's over for white at this point. This has just become basically territory. This group is weak. This group is weak. And white has no territory. So black has a gigantic corner area. I mean, granted, maybe not all of this is going to become territory, but we're pretty confident that from N over to T, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's just call it 7 to allow for some reduction, but I mean, that's, geez, 6 by 7, 42 points right here alone, plus maybe 8 in the corner, another maybe 15, 20 up here, but white has no territory. So we have basically, on the board right now, we're looking like black is somewhere around, you know, a good 60, 70 points of territory, and white's at 0. So there's no way for white to come back now that black just created this tortoise shape, this double capture shape, which is unbelievably thick. right in the middle of the board. I mean, this could hardly be better placed to reduce the center, unless maybe you shifted it up a little couple points so that it surrounded Tengen. So basically, the game is over now. White tries some shenanigans back here. Black says no. And here, I think Black could probably descend, but then we get into potential capturing shenanigans on the side, and I'm just gonna let White have this monkey jump in endgame, because, like I said, this is just solidifying Black territory. There's no way to get eyes here. In this, I could have actually stopped right here. Black can come down, White comes up, and Black just captures it. But I wanted to see if White would keep crawling on the first and second line, trying to get eyes somehow. And White was kind enough to oblige me, so I played this. And there's really no way when Black has stones over here. If White had a stone somewhere in here, like, it might be possible, but there's no way to get eyes crawling on the first line when Black can keep pushing you down like this and making these false. So White proceeds to... This was kind of interesting. I thought for a second White might be able to cut the stone off, but then I realized that that's just not possible. Because if White comes down, Black Hane's on top, and there's still no eyes here. So White will just struggle and struggle. So now we reduce the corner. And I think here White's thinking, oh, maybe I can attack these stones in here. Because, I mean, it's true, they're not alive yet, but the problem is that basically Black can poke here and quickly reduce these liberties. This is not that many liberties because basically what's going to happen here is whenever, whenever Black wants, they're going to play... You start on this side, so we don't have to descend and fill on both. Anyway, basically, Black can poke and reduce these liberties very quickly. So there's not really any chance of that happening. And then here, this move is just another overplay. I don't know what they're really thinking, because now this group just lives. So they were trying to attack this group, and then they gave away their corner, so now it's alive. And now White really has no territory. The rest of this is just for fun. Like, basically, unless White encloses, even if White encloses this whole area, it's probably still good for Black. But basically, at this point, the key is just get a couple stones here, make sure White can take the side. The side is fine. That's about the same size as the upper side, and that's the only territory White has. So here, we're just playing really light. And White just doesn't care about its weaknesses. It's really crazy. It can kind of find your weaknesses, but it can't find its own. It just has no idea. Like this right here, capturing the stones and things, it's like, oh, you have a weak point here. And it's like, well, sort of. I sort of have a weak point there, except not. And, it just kind of throws random stones in. I don't know. This is, like I said, this is all over. And I think even at this point that these stones are dead too. I just managed to not defend until I accidentally killed it in the, middle game. I wasn't even really aiming at that. Here I'm just like, oh, okay, let's just protect, and White's like, hey, take 5th line territory so I can secure 6 points over here. No positional judgment at all. Oh my goodness. Wow, I am really not impressed with this 1K bot. I wonder if it just, the way that it plays, like, all in contact, maybe players just get flustered and lose in fighting, like they make a small blunder in the fighting. So weird, so weird. Yeah, I'm not sure where this 1K ranking is from. I'm gonna have to go check the bot's game record and see if it's actually winning or if it's just set at a 1K setting, and that's what it's supposed to be, so that's what it's being represented as on KGS, but I don't think computers have special rules for their ranking, but I'm not sure. All the bots that I've seen so far say, I'm 3K, and they're rated 3K, so I guess that's worth checking out. Alright, well, thanks for watching this kind of ridiculous game against Ayabot05, the 1K robot. I was a little disappointed, but, you know, they're not completely insane. I don't know, they occasionally make moves that make sense, but not enough to keep them in the game. Geez, this bot just gave this up, like, really early with some really bad overplays. And, couldn't figure out how to make eyes, couldn't figure out how to make territory. Oh, this is kind of terrible. Oh well. Well, thank you for watching, and I will probably have some more of these coming pretty soon. I've got some cool game commentary from the Korean Meongjin tournament. I forget the exact name. It's kind of like the equivalent of the Japanese Meijin tournament, but there's a brand new 3-Dan Pro who's just came out of nowhere and is thrashing people all over the place. He swept Lee Sedol 2-0 in the semifinals of this Korean championship, which is not exactly easy to do. And yeah, he seems like he's got a very promising career ahead of him. He was just 1-Dan like a year ago, so he's really coming out of left field here. But that's it for right now, and yeah, thanks for watching.